Welcome to part 2 of Animation Lover 18's the rest of my DVD collection. Let's get started. First, we've got Eddie Murphy in The Haunted Mansion. This is one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. I mean, not that great, but, you know, the story makes no sense whatsoever. But, it's a really... I do like it. I think it's kind of... The special effects are kind of cool. I know. Don't judge me. I know. Then we've got Recess Christmas Miracle on 3rd Street. This is just basically what it says it is. A Recess Christmas movie. A very good Christmas movie. Well, the downfall of that is a lot of flashbacks and crap that make it go on way too damn long. Recess School's Out, the theatrical movie they did. This deserves more attention. This is, just really good. It's criminally underrated. I love the story. Just so good. It's one of those basic stories about, the kids think, TJ thinks, I think that's his name. Let's see. Yeah. TJ Detweiler. TJ thinks that they're going to tear a school down. So he wants to go in there and stop them from taking it and tearing it down, but they become really, the workers become really mean about it, and mom keeps saying, well, that you can't stop them because they're going to do it anyway, and TJ just finds a way to do it, and so he basically puts the neighborhood on alert and says, you don't want our school to be taken away, do you? And they're like, no, well, we don't know what we can do. So basically, it's a Disney movie, so basically it never, I'm sure of it never happens, and, he saves the school from being taken down, and it's just a really good movie, uplifting movie. I know, this is one of the stories you see in these movies a trillion times, but I like it. Sue me, okay? So that's Recess School's Out. A movie that I bet no one's seen. Cool Duder has seen it. Cool Duder likes it, and I haven't seen it. It's Teacher's Pet. I don't know what came first. Well, I think the TV show. I think this came first from the TV show. I think that's how it went. And this movie, no one's ever seen it. It didn't do very well at the box office. It tanked very badly. No one really wanted to see it. It really bombed big time. The TV show, not a lot of people really gave a shit about it. I wasn't into it as a kid, but I know some people were. And it's basically about, the reason why this case is like a cut case for, I got this at a video rental store closing down by where I went by my high school, and it wasn't even that much money. It was literally just like nothing. So it doesn't. That's a movie no one had. That's pretty rare. Probably one of the more rare things I have. Then we've got 101 Dalmatians 2-disc Platinum Edition. This is just, I don't know. I think they might have done one after this. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is on Blu-ray yet or not. I'm not sure. Might be. I don't know. A really good I think this is one of my favorite classic Disney movies. Like the older ones from like the 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I know there's a sequel out there, a direct-to-DVD one, a direct-to-video one, but you know what? Haven't bothered to see it. I think I took stuff from the library once and never watched it. So. you know. So we've got, this is Disney Return of Jafar. Now, guys might find this funny. I just watched a review of a guy, I guess watched Cinema Sickness, who I guess watched who watched this, who bought it on Laserdisc and watched it. He said this movie wasn't good the way he remembered it, and I guess I'll judge that for myself. I've heard that the animation kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. It's direct DVD, and this was done back in the days when they had their, what did they call it, the Disney Toon Studios or something. There's actually an excellent videos that were done by Maz Girl from that guy at the classes. She did a very amazing series of videos on this, basically explaining what happened to it, what they did, and why they're not doing it anymore. Just really cool stuff she talked about. And you know, I don't know. I think it happened for the better, but you know, but that meant that we lost a lot of our ways to get any DVDs, anything. They had to have any of those like TV shows like Pepper Ann and the Disney, the brand spanking new Doug, as Cinema Sickness calls it, which I'm sure we're never gonna see, especially that movie, that Doug's first movie, which is excellent, and I'm never gonna probably see it with that DVD. We're never gonna probably see it. I actually wouldn't be that surprised if somebody has a bootleg of it, but you know what? I'll look into that. I know that the Italian Stallion knows a ton about where to get good bootlegs and quality bootlegs, but I'll ask him about that, see if that's anything he knows about. I've been thinking about that for a while. So that's The Return of Jafar. Okay. A goofy movie, criminally underrated. You know, I watched it back a while ago and couldn't figure out why I liked this movie so much, because the music, some of it is just really corny as hell. I couldn't figure out why I liked it so much, but I was young, and, you know, I mean, this is not, I think this is out of print, long out of print. I don't think you can buy this anymore, I really don't. But it's actually a really good Disney movie, aside from the corniness. It has a good story, basically about Goofy and his dad. No, shit. Max, his son, and Goofy's son, they go on a trip. And he basically does this because he had to get to spend a lot of time with his son, and it pisses him off, it makes him sad. And so he wants to go on a vacation with him, but this is basically what happens while they're on vacation. It's kind of funny. I like it. It's a pretty cool movie. Basically, you know, it is what it is. So that's a Goofy movie. Now we've got another really underrated movie. This is Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst in The Tower of Terror. This is just a wonderful World of Disney film they did. Basically, it's kind of it's basically the story of, I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not, how true this really is or not, but I mean, I'm not saying it's true. What I mean by that is, like, if it had anything to do with the real Twilight Zone episode or not. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know a lot. I don't know anything about Twilight Zone. But it's kind of cool because it's really scary. There are actually some really spooky scenes in this movie. I don't know. No one likes it. I don't know. Probably no one's ever seen this movie, but I like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool movie. Very underrated. Criminally underrated movie. I got Glory Road, just a Disney sports movie, which they were in. Disney was doing some pretty good movies like this, some sports dramas. They did some really good ones. Like, I showed The Rookie in my last part, and I liked the movie Miracle, Kurt Russell. That was good. Is there another one that they did that I remember? I don't remember. But this is, I saw a little bit of it a while back, like years and years ago. This is good though. Fats Boy Road of Josh Lucas. This is a really good movie now. And like an excellent, you know. This movie is so perfect. We're never gonna see anything like this again, I don't think. But this is Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is an awesome movie. I mean, this kicks the shit out of the old shitty 80s BBC movie that we saw in school. God, it kicks the shit out of that. 9, 10 times over. This is an excellent movie. This is like a masterpiece. Just the special effects, you know, they didn't overly do it. They didn't screw it up, like they did for the Prince Caspian. I'll get to that in a little bit here, but God, this is an excellent movie. I really wish that for this series, the other movies could have been as good as this. I haven't had the chance to see a Voyage of a Dawn Treader, when Fox took over, when Disney lost the rights to it. But you know, this is good. And really, to be honest, this is really the only one you should see. I mean, I had the second one, and it's really bad. Don't waste your time on it. But this is excellent. So that's Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe. Now we're into some trash. Oh God. And you wouldn't think it, because it's got the same damn director in it too. This too. Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. This is a shitty movie. Like this movie just, oh God, it's an hour and 49 minutes, and it is a real tough sit. This movie is the reason why I hate a lot of CGI. This is the reason why it doesn't work in this movie at all, because they overdo it. And to be honest, they don't even have... Nothing in this movie makes any sense. Nothing. I mean, the Prince Caspian, whoever the hell, Ben Barnes is his name, Jesus Christ, you can't even understand a word he says, because they have him speak in a really stupid dialect you can't understand, and it's just a really stupid movie. But, you know, the sad thing is with this movie, it was directed by Andrew Adamson, the same guy who directed the first one, which is an amazing masterpiece. And for him to put together such a shitty movie, I can't figure out why he made this the way he did it. I just can't figure it out. I mean, Harry Potter, they can overuse CGI and I'll still watch it, because I really respect that franchise a lot for what it's done for movies and fantasy and sci-fi over the years. But the fact is, this movie's trying to copy it. They're trying to cash in on that. And they failed so badly. My God. It's like, guys, you know, you're not Harry Potter. Stop trying. Just, you know, really just stop already. This is a real shitty movie. Don't watch it. Avoid this at all costs. Avoid it like the plague. It's shit. The only reason why I had this is because my sister wanted it, and of course, she never watched it. So guess who stuck with it? Me. Okay. So, this is, now we're up on, next is the Oliver and Company 20th Anniversary Edition. This movie didn't age well. I'm sorry. I mean, I thought it's okay, but it just really didn't age well for me at all. I bought it because I liked it when I was a kid, but oh God, I actually watched it with one of my classes over, you know, one of the classes, one of the groups I was teaching in my animation appreciation class I was doing in my high school. This is just, oh God, this doesn't age well, and even the music. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't age well. I mean, that's what I remember of it a year ago when I saw it. I remember thinking, shit, this doesn't age well at all. But I might watch it again just to see if this is right. I only worked on that class for an hour, so all I did is I just put it on for an hour and just turned the movie off and we're done. So I'm not sure I don't remember much of it, but I remember not liking it very much after watching it. After all those years. Oh, God. This movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Now, this movie, I know. It's not the best, but, you know, it's really... This movie shouldn't have been as violent as it was. They were really trying, I think, to make it so that kids understood the violence. But you know what? This is made for kids. It's fucking G. Rated G, for God's sakes. There's no reason to do that for a rated G film. Not at all. And they messed it up big time, so... They really did. It's just... I mean, I like it, but I do understand why a lot of people had problems with it when it came out, because it really definitely is a little bit is too violent for Disney. I don't know what Disney was thinking when they put this out. I really don't. Because even the script, I mean, they could have changed it. I mean, you don't need Frollo. I mean, they could have had a villain, but then, oh God, Frollo is the meanest bastard in any Disney movie ever made. He truly is. And they made this movie, but with really not a whole lot of, you know, explaining, you know, Frollo is mean to hate the quality because of this, you know, because whatever, he wants him to ring the bell because, you know, just really stupid. Because Disney, no kids, especially young kids under the age of like 18, have probably ever read that classic Hunchback of Notre Dame. If they did, they probably didn't understand it. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get it. I'm a smart person, but I'm not. I just don't think that people. I think Disney really underestimated their kids with this movie, and really thought kids were much smarter, and could at that time, and really could take more violence, and just violence, and just. Oh God, just craziness in this movie. It's crazy. This movie just fucked up. But I'll review it and rant on it. I mean, I'll definitely rant on this sometime. Definitely. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Just a movie that I bought last year at Toys R Us for cheap. Don't think I'll ever watch it. Another criminally underrated movie, Treasure Planet. Now, I know that they had put out a Blu-ray of this, but to be honest, I looked for it for my sister for Christmas, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I really couldn't. And I think part of the reason was because this movie actually didn't do well. No one ever talks about it, gets shit on, so I'm sure that they had a tough time selling the Blu-rays. So I think that might have something to do with it, but I'm definitely going to see if I can find it on Amazon sometime, because this definitely deserves a Blu-ray. This movie definitely deserves to be upgraded, but to getting a good high-definition transfer, which, I mean, this kind of movies, this is one of the animated movies that I consider that needs high definition, because the movie is just so action-packed. It's not like some of those movies, like some of the other hand-drawn Disney movies, where they don't need high definition. It's not going to change it or anything, really. This one, I think it probably would. Excellent movie, Treasure Planet. It's a really good, real good, Disney action film. Excellent movie. Now, this is Waking Sleeping Beauty, an excellent Disney documentary that basically talks about what happened when Disney was going through some money problems and how they got out of the money problems and their financial trouble. Basically talking about from 1984 to 1994, a perfect storm of people that changed the face of animation forever. Now, what people don't know is that Don Bluth used to work for Disney, but he wanted to start his own animation studio, But by doing that, he took a lot of the Disney people with him because he that's the only way he thought he could get it off the ground. So it pissed Disney off big time, the management, because they thought that he was, gonna cash in or something, and because they had made the Black Cauldron, which was the movie that Disney wasn't happy about. They really would, at the time, wasted a ton of money on it because it didn't even break even at the time when it came out. I don't remember when this came out, but when that movie came out, I don't even remember. But I just know that this documentary is basically about what happened after when that movie was released, because they lost a ton of money on that movie, and it's a real good story and a cool story. I mean, I do like Disney documentaries. I would love to get the Sherwin Brothers documentary, The Boys. I'm not a huge musicals fan, but just to have something like that, just to have the documentary would be nice. I want to get that sometime. So next we've got Mulan, 2-disc special edition, long out of print. Now I heard and I saw on Amazon a few days ago that they're gonna release this on Blu-ray in the beginning of the new year. But maybe in the middle. I'm not sure what month it is. I just know in the new year they're going to release this. I think at the same time they're going to they're going to do the Hunchback of Notre Dame Blu-ray, which I'm really excited about. Which I might just, pre-order that, like the month it comes out. I might find out the month it comes out and go out and to Best Buy and pre-order the damn thing, because I really want that. Because I would love it for this to make a documentary on that movie. They're not going to, but I'd like it if they would. They're not going to because I think they already know that a lot of people are confused about that movie and still are to this day. And I really don't think that a lot of people... I don't think Disney would necessarily want to explain any of that. I don't think they've explained themselves enough on that movie, to be honest. Why it was made, what the hell they were thinking, and all that. I don't think it's not something Disney was even thinking about at the time. And actually, I actually did one day when I was during my high school, when I was doing my project for the school. A project I was doing for the school. It was to do an animation program for the school, and I actually did it all on my own and all that with the help of my art teacher. And the first time what I did is I actually brought a TV in one day. It was like they're doing they're doing like clubs. It was like a Friday afternoon or something, and they were doing clubs, and I just brought a TV in the art room, and we just we had the kids sit in the tables, and we just what we basically did was we put some kids around the table. We just sat them there, and we put on Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we basically just put it on, and I said we could discuss the movie, and I'll just pause it. Now a lot of kids didn't even get why I put it on. They thought I just put it on for shits and giggles, and I did not. I actually just wanted to put on a really weird movie just to see if I could get anyone's opinion on it. Because I really wanted to try it out on people, and it didn't really work. But to this day it doesn't. But whatever. For next, we've got Peter Pan. This is an old DVD. Although I've heard they're gonna put this on Blu-ray, but I don't really need this on Blu-ray because it was made in the 50s. So I don't know why I would need that on Blu-ray. Maybe just for the features alone, but God. Now for the movie. The movie doesn't need to be upgraded. This movie is so old, there's no reason to upgrade that at all. Brave. This is a great movie. This is an excellent movie. Probably it was just a different movie for Pixar. A lot of they never really went the more feminine route, and it actually works for them big time. This movie, it actually works, and they never really tried to go that route, and I think it really paid off for them because it was something new for them, and I think they really did a good job with it. They had trouble directing it though. They actually went through one director, fired that one, and hired a new one because they really wanted to make it into something. They weren't happy the way the female was gonna go. It's kind of funny in a way. Then I know it's kind of ironic, but then they hired a male director to direct the rest of it. A Bug's Life Collector's Edition 2 disc set. This is a very old DVD. To be honest, I'm so surprised it's still with me. Really, it's a really old DVD. I picked this up at Costco a long time ago. Probably one of the very first DVD I actually remember picking out on my own. That's how old it is. The Incredibles. I mean, this is my favorite Pixar movie. If one of my favorites, if not my favorite, I think it's it's one of those movies where they blend real life and just fake really well. They really know how to do that in this movie really well. I really like this movie. Finding Nemo. It's okay. It's not one of my favorites though. Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. I bought it at the same time when I bought the original one. I basically just bought this because it was cheap at Toys R Us. And I bought it I wanted to see if they had any Christmas movies on sale. So I got a Facebook message they did last year. And these were really all they had. Pathetic. Very pathetic. Next, we've got Cars, the first one, in a case. And it's the exclusive Cars tin that you could get when you bought it at Blockbuster the week it came out. They had these little tins here. And you take it. Let me try to take this out. There. Take it out. Here's the regular DVD. Here. There we go. That's Cars. And the exclusive Blockbuster tin. Yeah, there we go. And here's the Disney Parks Where Dreams Come True. This is just a box set. The stories, the secrets, the stories, and the magic behind the scenes. Just a box set that has some really cool documentaries on Disney. Done by Poy Star. Really good stuff here. Walt Disney World Resort, Disneyland Resort, The Ultimate Walt Disney World, Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's Cruise Line, the undiscovered Disney Parks. The undiscovered Disney Parks. Really cool. I'm not gonna take these out. That would be forever. So much in that box would take forever. That's really cool though. The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. Cool crossover movie that they made. Really cool. It's basically Rugrats Go Wild, but with the Flintstones, the Jetsons. That's basically what it is. I mean, it's basically the same idea. Not the same story, God no, but just the same idea about, differences, about what they did and all that. Just a different spin on it. It's cool though. I mean, I think the Flintstones and Jetsons, this movie, it actually did a better job of the crossover idea. It was better. It's a little bit of a better movie, but it's a little bit better executed. They did a better job of kind of making you believe that they were that they just didn't that they were friends. I mean, I didn't think that Rugrats Go Wild did a very good job of that, but this is a good movie. Just so you know, this is a Warner Archive title, so if you look for this at Target, you're not going to find it. So that's what just the Flintstones. Now we're getting this movie that I like, but I'm kind of ashamed of it too at the same time. The Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. Now, some people call this a sequel to the 1994 shitty film. I don't. I mean, the 1994 movie, I saw the Nostalgia Critics video on it when he bashed it to shreds, and I didn't even want to watch it. I mean, I just thought, okay, I see enough I need to see of that film. I'm not going to actually go out and buy it at all. I'm not buying that movie. Because I really don't like those kind of movies where they just really take a shit on, the good thing, something good that I like, and they take a shit on it big time. But this movie, it's okay. I mean, could it have been there? Could it have been much better? Oh yeah. Oh god, yes. But it did its job. Not really, actually. This is actually done by the thing like Brian Levant, who directed the shitty Christmas Story 2 sequel, Christmas Story sequel that everybody's talking about. It's not really a sequel, but people are saying that it's not because it had nothing to do with it. It had nothing really to do with it, but same characters. I just think they could have. This director needs to get better work because he seems to only be able to fuck stuff up that are already good. He seems to just have fun with it. I'll have to be with Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas. It's an okay movie. I'm probably the only one ever going to hear say that. Next, we've got the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon from what is it? Oh, it doesn't say. Crap. This is the original DVD, I think. That's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and it also includes Horton Hears Who, which I don't like it very much. I think it's a really shitty cartoon. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is basically the only reason to watch, the only thing to watch on this. There's not a whole lot of sequels features on here. It's basically just the How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon and the Horton Hears Who. Horton Hears Who is a real shitty cartoon. I wouldn't watch that. I don't like it. Maybe someone does. I don't know. I didn't like it. Here we've got the Flintstones Christmas Carol. The reason why it's in this red box case that I made myself because I can't find the actual box of this. So what I'm gonna do is do it like this. Show you guys the disc here because I can't find the box of it. I've had this for a while, for a few years. I can't find the box. Oh god. So now we've got Shaun the Sheep off the bar. I don't really know what this is. My brother gave it to me. I don't know what the hell this is, to be honest. It was in his room, and it's when my mom and my sister and my brother were cleaning it out, and they found some DVDs in there he didn't want. Now we've got Death Wish, The Face of Death. If you watch my pickup video that I shot today, I actually talked about this because this was one of my last pickups. I actually bought this yesterday. So that's Death Wish 5, Face of Death. Now, this DVD is shitty. It doesn't tell you it's Death Wish 5, but thanks to Randall for Life and one of his collection videos he did a few months back, I actually remembered a cover, so that's how I remembered it. That was Death Wish 5. But I did ask somebody at the store I bought it from just to make sure. Wasn't sure. So that's Death Wish 5, The Face of Death. Not the best release of it, but probably all we're going to get. That's why I bought it. So now we've got Bob Saget, Good Guy Gone Wrong, just a stand-up special he did for HBO back in 2007. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Or just a really funny, raunchy comedy that he did. It was really cool, really good. I mean, he bashes Full House, and I can see kind of why. I do like the show, but I understand why he would bash it now, because some of the episodes just really are far-fetched and stupid. Especially the first 3 seasons are just really weak at times, terrible at times, really bad and corny and shitty. Those are the worst episodes, I think. or the earlier ones. I like it later on because the chemistry between the kids gets better. The whole family, I think, gets much better. So that's Good Guy Gone Wrong. This is Pokemon the Movie 2000. I got this from a friend of mine who basically just bought stuff off of who basically bought stuff at a Goodwill or whatever and just gave it to me. Any DVD she found at Goodwill, like, here you go. Thank you. That's Pokemon 2000. I fortunately got rid of the other Pokemon movies I had. I wish I didn't do that, because now they're really hard to find. Now we've got the re-found of what this is. This is a really shitty CGI movie. Though it looks like it just looks like a ripoff of something. I'm not sure. It looks like a real bad ripoff of something. Oh God. They actually made another sequel to that a few months ago that I didn't see. Over the Hedge. This is my favorite DreamWorks film. One of my favorite DreamWorks films. I love this movie. So cool. So funny. And my absolute favorite Christmas special, Do Not Laugh. It's Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I do like it. Sue me, I love it. I'm sorry, I do. So that's Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And that's the last DVD in this part. So please check back later for part 3. Thanks for watching. Bye. And by the way, don't forget to subscribe. And if just to remind you guys, if you want to know more about a title I showed in this video, just write a comment, put a comment on the bottom of the video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.